I have 3 months worth of beauty favorites to go with you: June, July, and August. And 3 months worth really because each month was different. I didn't have a lot per month, but these were the ones that stood out, and I cannot put them down. First item is a brush. When I am doing any type of eye makeup, if I don't have this brush in my hand, I'm gonna have a problem. Sigma E40 Tapered Blending. This brush is out of control. I love it that much. I have looked in my magnifying mirror up close with my contacts in, and I have literally seen the powder lines just blend, just go, and it's fast. That's what I like about it, is how fast it blends out powder. I use it multiple ways because I turn the brush in multiple ways. It's because of the way the actual hairs are just cut. It has that round top. I can go deep into the crease, whether I have hooded eyes or you might have hooded eyes. I can blend out on the edge. I can use it to buff and blend out the lower lash line. It's such a versatile brush. Also, what's so great about the E40 is it gets me to look at the other eye brushes within Sigma's lineup, because I really am so pleased with that. It gets me to start thinking, what other kind of good brushes they have in there. I do have 2 Kevyn and Quan items. I cannot help it. They are really, truly just blowing me away. And I'm going to talk again about the Celestial Fluid. It just looks so incredibly beautiful on the skin, and I feel so happy and just lit up when I put it on. I'll first apply it sometimes with a sponge to kind of pinpoint it, kind of blending out, but when I really start to build it up, I use my finger, the pads, and I really kind of blend it in, because the heat from my hands really just gets it to melt into the skin, and that also will help it not transfer as far as breaking up any of the products that you might have on your underneath it. I'll be like, I'm so sick and tired of her talking about that, but it's a favorite, and I'm not gonna stop talking about it. This is Kevyn and Quan's the Neo-Limelight, and this is in the shade Ibiza. Now, Ibiza is one of those shades that this came out when it was the purple craze. All the highlighters were coming out that were this lavender, violet, purple tones. I will take a big fluffy brush, and I just go starting from the dark side, and I just go straight across. I just go over the blush and the highlight area, and then I work it up through my temples right here. So I go like this, and I go down, and I make like a C. There is a blush technique of blush draping, just draping the blush. That's what I do with this highlighter. I just highlight drape. So I just do the same method as I would with my blush, except I'm using this. And I mean, it's just the little bits of that flattering shade, and how it just blends everything kind of together. Then other times I'll just take it and I'll just kind of sweep it across the forehead. I'll go down the nose. I just go whoosh, whoosh, kind of like I'm just like doing setting spray, but I'm using it with this because it's so light. It's not something where it's just like a glitter balm or a shimmer balm. It's just very light and reflective, but in a soft manner, very natural. That was it for June. There's 3 items. Now moving on to July. Again, just a few items. This is NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. Now I have my notes right here, and what I wrote down, I said, I used it for 2 weeks straight and I haven't stopped. You need to put it down. It doesn't even probably look like it would even make such a difference on my skin tone, but it does. It builds up on my skin, and it's another one that is that natural, subtle appearance on the skin. But I've noticed that I can build it up, and every time I try to build it up, it doesn't start to look so what I like to say is like gaudy. It just looks like it's just too much. Then it's hard to blend out. It's just a nice soft powder. It really just creates that healthy appearance on the skin. This is a great bronzer. I don't know if people are talking about it much, but I am definitely using it a lot. A lot of times in the info box here for each video, it was this bronzer that was listed. It's so good on my skin, so I really enjoy that one. Another one you'll see down in the info box as a contour product is my Inglot Sculpting powder. Now I use it in its actual single pan here. I just put it in this Z palette looking thing here, magnetic case, and there it is. And I mean, this looks mangled, but hey, when you come across products of somebody's makeup that looks a bit mangled, you know it's a product that they really do enjoy, because I have a warm undertone and this has that hints of warmth in it, you know, red in it. It really does realistically sculpt my face, and it's not even too warm enough where I can't sculpt my nose or just really small areas on the face. Powder blends well. It's just a great, it's one of my, I can definitely say that this is one of my ultimate favorite sculpting powder. I do have one eye primer. This is from Smashbox. It's their Photo Finish Lid Primer. This is in the shade Medium. This is something I picked up from Marshall's. They have their little makeup section, so it's very inexpensive. I also picked up the shade Light. What I like about it is it comes out very liquid on the skin, and I just blend it out with my synthetic brush, and then it just dries down. I don't set it with powder. Sometimes I will, but what I do is I go into my first color, and that just really kind of helps it not only set, but stick. The shadow just sticks, and then you just go in and start blending. Shadows blend like a dream with that primer. Really has been impressing me, which goes into the next product. So we have the eye primer, which I use today. Then going with the eyeshadow, which is the palette that has been impressing me, and that is Soft Glam. I'm giving it to Soft Glam from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's something that I have nicknamed my to-go palette. And what I mean by that is I feel that if I'm going to be gone from the house, so if I'm going to be traveling, if I'm just going to be gone and I'm not going to be back for X amount of days, and I have my little makeup with me, this is the palette that I'm taking with me. This has been the palette that I take with me, because to me, I feel I don't really have to think about it. I have an eye look for day. I can amp it up for night. I can just do, well, I do night looks too for during the day. I feel it's very versatile, and I can get a lot of nice looks out of it. And it's easy. The powders blend well. They complement one another. The shades, they all show up on my skin tone. Color story for Soft Glam goes, I think, very much with how it is actually named Soft Glam, because you can have that beautiful soft makeup, very light shades, and then you can just, you know, well, glam it up day or night. It's just a good palette, and I'm glad I have it. And like I said, it's my to-go palette. So I'm packing, take Soft Glam, and I know no matter what I put on my eye, it's going to look good, and it's going to look good for any occasion too. My last favorite for July is a face powder, and this is my Coty Airspun Loose Powder. This, I mean, I can't put it away. It stays on the desk. It doesn't even go back into the main drawer. I wear the shade Naturally Neutral. This is the shade, I have said this before on the channel, that is truly colorless on the skin, especially if you have darker skin like I do. You don't have to worry about it casting a shadow, being ashy on your skin. It just blends right in. Now I do use this powder multiple ways. I will use it to set eye primer. I will use it underneath my eyes. I'll wear it all over my face. I really feel that it can really rival something, let's say, more high-end, especially if you're someone that, let's say, Laura Mercier is, their translucent loose powder is just not in your budget. This is definitely a powder I would say give it a shot. For August, I had one favorite, one that I was like, in the cup, out the cup, in the cup, out the cup, just like with the Sigma E40, and that's from ColourPop. This is their brush that is E2 is what it says on the handle. It really gets into a fold and will blend in the fold. Oh, it feels so good. It's so soft too. I don't know about you, but I'm one of those blenders that, well, especially this eye, because this eye has more of a hood. So I'll stay here in this little area that I know exactly where to go, right here. And it just blends this powder out when if you looked down and if you see just this, oh, it's right here. I can do this all day and be like, oh, I'm so relaxed. But what it does is it blends wherever you want to go. That's what I like about it. Now, the Sigma, I mean, them lines, there's no lines. ColourPop one is definitely a lot more dense on the top, but it will still blend out color. Usually, you know, when you first put out your color, where you put it and then it's like boom, you know, you have that dark color. This will start to diffuse it very quickly. It won't keep it as that, you know, big dot of color, so to speak. It really moves the color around and it blends, and that is it. Those are all my favorites for June, July, and August. Into summer favorites, not that much, but those have really been just wowing me. I want to know what you were using. What have you been using up? If you can remember that far back from June and July and August, of course. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, spending some time with me. I always appreciate that. Thank you very much. I've said that before. You have a choice on who you watch here, and I'm happy you are here. I hope you stay around. I hope you subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the content. So thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful day or evening, everyone. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.